congratulations on the podium. It's lovely to see you on the podium, and I feel like you've found your pace again.
Yeah, I think it's the racecraft that was lacking, to be honest, and it's just really good to be up in the front with the boys, and we didn't battle to begin with. I'm still learning that bit of Caterham racing, so it was good to just kind of tow away from the pack and then have some fun at the end. So.
Yeah, and a great battle with David.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I mean, there was literally Freddie and Charlie on their own, you and David on your own. It looked like, it was good to watch though.
Looking forward to the live feed and catching up.
Definitely. Well, thank you very much.
Cheers.
I'll move around and talk to Charlie. Excuse me, Charlie. Just have a quick word with you. Congratulations.
Thank you
Fastest lap as well.
Oh, brilliant. I was aiming for that, so that's good.
I thought you might make
Yeah, happy with that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was really tough. I tried everything I could and nothing stuck. So, yeah, I definitely threw everything I could at it, and yeah, he just much faster around that last section than me.
Yeah, you could see that. It was that's where he pulled away from you.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter if I was in front going in or if he was in front going in. We tried a mixture of different things, but I don't know what it is, but his car can hook round right corners pretty well. But no, it was good. It was really good, and yeah, all my cars in one piece, and bring on Thruxton.
Yeah, it's excellent. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
There we go, 3 very happy drivers. So we'll hand back to you guys for the F4 race.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good fun.
Thanks very much, Sam. Yes, our final single-seater race of the weekend, then race 3 for the ROKiT F4 British Championship, certified by FIA. Tell you there was a penalty issued in the second race for Deegan Fairclough. He hit the back of Jaden Parriott early on. That's why Jaden retired due to damage to the rear of his car, lost his rear wing and had to pull into the pits. So a 7-position penalty for Deegan Fairclough dropped him from 2nd down to 9th place in the race we saw earlier on for the ROKiT F4 British Championship, certified by FIA. Just like to say a quick hello to one group of viewers, the Howland family. That's Chip, Rebecca, Austin and Daisy. Rebecca, our motorsport photographer. Rebecca Howland Photography. There we go, that's the advert out of the way. You owe me a pint for that one, guys. We get ready for our third race of the weekend then, the ROKiT F4 British Championship, normally seen supporting the British Touring Car Championship, one of the top single-seater series in UK motorsports. The results of this grid taken from qualifying yesterday. And it will be James Pijik who will start on pole position this time, the number 4 car in the high-tech Pulse 8. Came through the field from the back of the grid and the reverse grid earlier on into the top 10. James Pijik will start alongside his teammate Gabriel Stilp in the number 7 car. We saw him have a spin in race 2 earlier on, so it's an all high-tech front row. Indeed, they've locked out the top 3 places on this grid because Will McIntyre, who will start as one of the favourites here, going from the 2nd row of the grid alongside another championship contender. 55 Dion Gaudet in the Rodin Carlin car will complete the top 4 on the grid. Row 3 will be number 18, that's James Higgins for Tech Motorsports. His teammate Aidan Neats is not out this weekend. I believe it's Aidan's birthday this weekend as well, so he would very much like to have been racing this weekend. Starting alongside James Higgins is Kanato Lee. The Japanese driver has not had much luck this weekend. Some damage in race 1 yesterday and problems today. Well, problems yesterday. He failed to get away at the first start. The car stalled. He had to make a pit stop in the race this morning with some bodywork damage as well. Row 4 is yesterday's winner, Josh Irfan in the number 12 car, and number 23 of Gustav Jonsson. They're both rookie racers, of course. On the 5th row of the grid, number 14, Akil Alibai starts alongside 87, Deegan Fairclough. He'll be fired up after that penalty earlier on, looking to come through to make up the lost points. Back on the 6th row, Daniel Ginchard, number 49, and Louis Sharp, the championship leader coming into this weekend. I think his championship lead by now, though, is under threat from Will McIntyre. After that on the grid, we've got Patrick Huizenroder alongside Noah Lyle on row 8. It'll be on row 7 rather. It'll be interesting to see Noah come through from there. Sonny Smith and Mika Abrahams on row 8. The 9th row, David De Decker and Jack Sherwood, so unlucky in race 2. Row 10 is Jaden Parriott and Kay Daryanani, and Isaac Barashi will start from the back of the grid. In a moment we'll hear from a few of the drivers ahead of this race down in the assembly area pre-race.
Yeah, here we are with rookie race winner Gustav Johnson. How does it feel to get the W in the rookie section?
Oh yeah, it was a very nice race. Started from the back, so it was always going to be tricky, but we made some decent moves, and yeah, it feels great to be P1.
Now, I've been told you're wearing a Viking helmet all weekend. Swedish roots?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it was actually Callan from School of Sense that got it started, and then we made it a thing. So I have the Viking helmet with me, and maybe we'll see it on the podium later.
A little bit, of course, let's just touch on race 3. That's coming up a little bit later. The expectation for that, this is a good confidence builder. You're going to really go for it in this one?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the pace was really good in this one. I definitely think we had the pace to be on the podium as well. So yeah, no, it's a great confidence boost coming into race 3, and I think we can definitely pull off some good results there as well.
No concerns about heat, is there? Because this is the morning race, so things are a little bit cooler now, but it's going to be pretty toasty later.
Yeah, it's very warm in the car as well, but yeah, the tires, it's very important to keep them in the right window, and we managed to do that quite well. There were some other people that struggled a lot with that, so yeah, no, it was a great race.
Well done, mate. Good luck for race 3. Thanks for talking to us. There you go. Well, everybody, for the final time this weekend, the British F4 Championship is about to get underway. Yes, race 3, and this one, again, like all the others we've had this weekend, are going to be an absolute corker. This is the grid order from the main qualifying session yesterday. So the fastest, James Zeke, is at the front. We're going to hear from him very, very shortly. Will McIntyre yesterday, of course, with that P2. I wonder if he's going to go a little bit further. Will, we going to go a little bit further today and get that P1?
Yeah, let's hope so.
He says, I think so. We'll leave you to it because it's got to get strapped in. Look, in goes the steering wheel. There goes everything to get ready. Let's grab Gabrielle Stilp here and just have a quick word. We haven't spoken to Gabrielle yet. I wonder if we can just jump in. It is very loud, so probably might not be able to hear too much. Gabrielle, are you ready for this one? The heat's not going to be too much of a problem?
No, yeah. Just hoping for a good race after the last two. Not going to race today.
I hope to see you on the podium at the end of the race, mate. Good luck.
Thank you.
Top man, there we go. Oh, sorry guys, almost got to my head taken off by a brolly there as well. Here's the man on pole as well there, James Zeke. Let's have a quick chat with James about getting to. Oh, thanks for that, James. Actually, I was going to come under because it's quite nice to keep out of the sun, isn't it? So how's it been going this weekend for you?
Yeah, it's been a good weekend. Definitely grabbing that pole was a highlight certainly of the weekend so far. And race 1 was really good, moving up one position into P3 from P4. And yeah, the reverse grid race 2 that we just had, it was a good race. It's a damage limitation race, really starting from the back, and I was able to work up and move 11 positions up the grid into 10th, so I was really happy about that.
This is the big one now, isn't it? Race 3. Obviously, it's the sort of the proper order from qualifying now. You're going to get the job done, right?
I hope so. I mean, I really hope so. I mean, yeah, it's just going to be keeping my head down and just maintaining the speed and the tyres, just keeping the control of the race, hopefully.
Fantastic. We know you've got the speed, James. Thank you for talking to us. Let me get out of there. There we go. Race 3 for the British F4 Championship about to get underway here at a scorching, and I mean absolutely scorching, Silverstone. Dave Goddard is going to talk you through the action, and I'll see you at the end of the race.
Thanks very much, Ian. Yes, the cars on their way round on their green flag lap then for what will be a 20-minute race. This grid based on the fastest qualifying times from the qualifying session yesterday. Race 1 was the second quickest times, then it was a reverse of the qualifying session for race 2's grid, and now the fastest times in qualifying order for race 3. Slightly different grid formats for this championship. So James Pijik will take pole position. Looking at the championship table, he currently sits down in 10th place in the points tally. He did have a win at Thruxton earlier this year, the Australian. Quite a lot of Australian talent in this championship, and New Zealand as well, with Louis Sharp out there. Thanks to all the sponsors of this series, title sponsor ROKiT and their many associates as well. As the cars head round to the grid, there's one of our rookies, that's Isaac Barashi at the back of the grid. What a disastrous weekend he's had so far. Failed to finish yesterday, was on pole for the reverse grid for race 2 and probably stalled it on the grid, unfortunately. and didn't get away. Did manage to finish the race, albeit well behind. Gabriel Stilp on the front row. He's one of our Rookie Cup racers. Came into the weekend 14 points off Gustav Jonsson for the points lead in the Rookie Cup. It's High-Tech Pulse 8 showing their speed here on their home circuit at Silverstone. They've locked out the top 3 positions on the grid for this one. Will McIntyre, the former junior saloon car champion, will start 3rd on the grid. He was just 5 points off Louis Sharp coming into this weekend and has had probably the best results out of the top 3 and 4 in the championship so far this weekend. Canato Lee's had a disappointing weekend. Dion Gowder's been down the field. Louis Sharp did get a 2nd place, inherited 2nd when Deegan Fairclough was penalised earlier on today. So coming up to the grid then, with the 3 silver cars at the front of the field, you'll be able to recognise Gabriel Stilp by his yellow rookie number plates. Completing the 2nd row of the grid is Dion Gowder. He's in the black and pink number 55 Rodin Carlin car. Row 3, James Higgins. He's in white and red, the Fortec car with the green flashes on the side pods. And number 6, Canato Lay, in another of the High-Tech Pulse 8 cars. So all of their cars in the top 6 positions. Just waiting for the last couple of cars to settle into line then. Isaac Barashi at the back of the grid. Watch for Noah Lyle coming through, our earlier race winner as well. He's quite a way down the grid here, down in 14th place. Here we go, the revs are up. 20 minutes of racing for the ROKiT F4 British Championship, certified by FIA. Let's hope nobody stalls on the grid this time. We're underway. There is a yellow flag towards the back. Someone hasn't got away, but it's a sea of silver at the front of the field. Looks like our poleman has got away the best. James Pishik will take the lead into the first corner as they surge their way. Watch for James Higgins coming up the outside there, the white and red car, but it's the silver cars 1, 2 and 3. Looks like Gabriel Stilp trying to hold that 2nd place. His teammate gets around the outside, but somebody going across the that's Deegan Fairclough across the tarmac runoff area, I should say, and dropped him further down the order. Not the start he wanted after his penalty earlier on, but it is James Pishik out in front, and teammate Will McIntyre has come up into 2nd place. Gabriel Stilp making it a High-Tech 1, 2 and 3. James Higgins side by side with Dion Gowder in the 55 for 4th place. He gets around the outside, and also trying to slide his way through is Canato Lay in the number 6. Try and make it High-Tech 1, 2, 3 and 4 for the numbers 4, 5, 6 and 7. Everybody round the first lap okay so far. We'll pick up on who that was who struggled to get away from the grid. There's one car adrift at the back of the field we can see there. Not sure who it is at the moment. So here come the lead. You can see the heat haze on the Lewis Hamilton straight. Somebody running wide onto the gravel there. That was, I think, one of the Argenti cars. Either Akil Aliboy or Patrick Oysenroder, I think, that went right there. So they sort themselves out around this opening lap. Already James Pishik looks to have checked out in the lead. Battle further back there, that's the number 23 of Jonsson, Gustav Jonsson, getting involved. It's fairly busy in the midfield, and somebody running wide. That was one of the Chris Dickman racing cars I caught a glimpse of there, running wide, coming out of the loop onto the grass. Jonsson moving to cover there. He's got one of the Fortec cars behind him. That's James Higgins, 3 wide into Brooklands. Oh, that's a bit dodgy. They managed to get away with it though. Just about managing to sort themselves out there. That was very close indeed, and the man who lost out, I think, was one of the Rodin Carlin cars. That was Josh Irfan, I think. So leading across the lines, Pishik. McIntyre's gone through into 2nd place ahead of Gabriel Stilp in 3rd. Dion Gowder is 4th. We've got a message from race control say start under investigation, so I'm not too sure what has happened there. I think it might have been Daniel Ginchard who may have stalled on the grid, because he's dropped 9 places on that opening lap. It may have been him who ran wide at the loop first time through, because he's in a Chris Dickman racing car. There's the other Chris Dickman car, Gustav Jonsson, battling with James Higgins in the number 18. That's for 6th position overall. So Gabriel Stilp, who leads the Rookie Cup, in 3rd place. High-Tech silver cars 1, 2 and 3. Dion Gowder in 4th for Rodin Carlin. Then it's Canato Lay trying to make it a team 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the battle for 6th. Higgins side by side with Jonsson. Deegan Fairclough is next in the number 87. Then it's Louis Sharp, our championship leader, coming into the weekend. Brilliant fast-paced start can High-Tech lock out the podium on their home circuit? They're going the right way about it at the moment. They're going clear along the Sir Lewis Hamilton straights. Gustav Jonsson runs a little bit wide there. James Higgins trying to move up the inside and trying to make a move on both of them is Deegan Fairclough, the 87. He is a bit of a risk taker, is Deegan. He's shown so far in his junior career. He's made up one place there, I think. As we watch Dion Gowda coming under fire from Canato Lay, who's desperate to improve his performance, the former Ginetta junior racer. You can see clearly these cars really do look like scaled down Formula 1 cars with the halos in place and everything else. Somebody running wide there onto the grass at the loop. I'm going to work out who that was. That may well have been Douwe de Decker, the Belgian. Here's Noah Lyle making a move up the inside into Brooklands. Can he get the car stopped there? Only just. He's battling it out with one of the Rodin Carling cars. I think that's Josh Irfan. It is indeed that he is battling with. They're just outside the top 10, I think. Over the line they go. Pichik leads the way ahead of McIntyre by just over a second. And Gabriel Stilp has done the fastest lap in third place, 2:03.230. Gustav Jonsson's got a bit of a train building up behind him here as they jockey for position down the straight. There's Josh Irfan coming under fire from, I think that's the 17 of Huitzenrode, of our Australian young talents. It's Dion Gowda backing it up with the number 6 of Canato Lay. This is great stuff for fourth position. It's still High-Tech all the way. They would love to get a 1, 2, 3, 4 clean sweep here, and if Lay can get past Gowda, they'll be in with an even bigger chance. There's Gabriel Stilp, fastest lap of the race so far for the rookie leader. Johnson second of the rookies, so we could have 3 different winners in the Rookie Cup here this weekend. We could have 3 different winners overall if James Pichik can stay out in front. Josh Irfan, our race 1 winner, down in 11th place at the moment. Second race winner Noah Lyle is 10th. Shows how evenly matched these cars and these drivers are. Solid line of cars in the midfield. That's James Higgins pulling out to have a look. He's dropped a little way down the order. Chasing now Louis Sharp, the number 11. Here they come through Village. Just ahead of them is Deegan Fairclough in the 87 car. Nice little bit of battling further back on. There's contact and round goes Isaac Barashi again. Barashi involved again. He's had incidents in all 3 races. Now, who was he battling with there? I couldn't quite see the number on the car he's tangled with. It might have been the 77 of Jaden Parriott. He's had a luckless weekend as well. We'll pick up on who that was because there was suspension damage I noticed on the other car as well. Over the line come the leaders. The lead gap is 1 second. Will McIntyre's just done the fastest lap in the number 5 car yet. There's the other car involved. Trying to see the number on the back of there. See the front suspension is damaged. It is the number 72. It's Sonny Smith, in fact, who was involved in that tangle. He dropped out late on in race 1 as well, so we've lost Sonny Smith once again with suspension damage. Great shame for the Alton Park race winner. They charge their way through Beckett's once again. Let's have a look again at that incident up at the loop. The back in the order here. It's towards the back of the field. There we see Sonny Smith goes for the inside. Barashi turns in, contact. Barashi spins around, but suspension damage for Sonny Smith, and he is out of the race. We'll look and see if Barashi's not going again. Yes, he has. He's still going at the back of the field. Been a disastrous weekend for him and for Sonny Smith as well. 12.5 minutes just over of this race to go then for the ROKiT F4 British Championship, certified by FIA. Somebody running wide there onto the tarmac runoff area at Club. Still a sea of silver in the podium places. Pichik from McIntyre. Then it's Stilp. Through the loop they go. The gap was 1 second. It will be a bit less than that, I think, this time through, because McIntyre set the fastest lap last time through. Still Dion Gowda in that 4th place. Canato Lay is up to 5th. He's got ahead of Gustav Jonsson. Further back, it's Deegan Fairclough, Louis Sharp, James Higgins, and Noah Lyle rounds out the top 10 ahead of Josh Irfan. Akil Alibai and Mika Abrahams are next, the 2 South Africans. Then it's Huitzenrode next in the order. for the Argenti team. Jack Sherwood down in 50, the man who had race 2 at his mercy until his car let him down. Over the line they go. Lead gap is down to 0.86 of a second, so McIntyre closes slightly on his teammates. Still prefer the second back in 3rd position. Out they go towards the Beckett's complex, once again coming up towards half distance. The on-gouder under fire. Here comes Kanato Lee, the Japanese driver, looking to make a move into the top 4. Could we have a high-tech Pulse 8 1, 2, 3, 4 here at Silverstone? They are based nearby, we mentioned earlier. Team run by Oliver Oakes, former karting champion. Through Stokecorn. Gouda holding on, breaking the silver dominance at the moment in the black and pink Rodin Carlin car. Josh Irfan, his teammate, is currently in 11th place. Louis Sharp, the championship leader for Rodin Carlin, is 8th. Battle is joined for 6th position. Gustav Jonsson just ahead of Deegan Fairclough in the black number 87, the J8 car. Louis Sharp behind them, James Higgins. Noah Lyle rounds out the top 10. There he is with the yellow nose in the background. Josh Irfan behind him, settling down a little at the midpoint of this ROKiT F4 British Championship, certified by FIA, 3rd and final race of the weekend. International single-seater stars of the future doing battle here at Silverstone. Some of them remember just 15 years of age, barely out of karting. Some incredible driving talent on show. Not least Leon Gouda, one of the youngest men on the grid, the man from India. Watching from the RDC grandstand there as they swing their way through Brooklands and round towards Luffield. Gouda still holds off Kanato Lee, the Japanese driver. Leaders going over the line to complete their 5th lap, and the gap is up to 1.1 second because Piszczek has done a new fastest lap, 2:02.704. Anybody going to use that further back? Doesn't look like it. There is Fairclough, the 87, in 7th place. The black and white flag being displayed for exceeding track limits. Number 26, that was Isaac Barashi further down the field, and Jaden Pariat has got the same flag as well. So they need to mind their P's and Q's, otherwise they will get a time penalty. 9 minutes to go. If anything, Gustav Jonsson is getting closer as well. He took a couple of tenths out of Kanato Lee on that last lap, maybe held them slightly behind Dion Gouda. He can't find a way past him. There's Noah Lyle holding off the number 12 of Josh Irfan. Side by side and further back, this is the number 14 of Alipai and Abrahams, the 2 South Africans battling it out. Of course, several items of speculation in the motor racing press over the last few months that Formula 1 could well be making a return to Kyalami in South Africa. So maybe if there is a future South African Grand Prix, maybe one of these 2 young racers will be on the grid there someday. Abrahams has a look there, attacking his fellow countrymen. They're fighting for 12th overall. Still the battle for 4th place goes on, with Dion Gouda holding that 4th ahead of Kanato Lee. Still Mika Abrahams not able to make a move. Had a bit of a disappointing weekend so far, Mika, looking to improve here. Down to Brooklands they go once again. Still your leader is James Piszczek for high-tech Pulse 8. Lead gap was 1.16 seconds last time through. They go over the line now. It's down to 0.9 of a second. New personal best lap for Will McIntyre, 2:02.877. With 2:03.0 for Piszczek that time through. 7.5 minutes to go. Gabriel Stilp in 3rd place, still leads the Rookies Cup. Ahead of Gustav Jonsson, Josh Irfan is the 3rd of the rookies further back. Our only other rookies in the field are Dedeka and Barashi, who are 19th and 20th. Of course, with one car out of the race with suspension damage after some contact, Sonny Smith. Through Beckett, so they go once again. The first 3 pulling clear now. Gap between Stilp and Gouda is up to 3.8 seconds. There go the leaders. And there's our Rookie Cup leader, number 7, Gabriel Still. Race of dominance for the high-tech team so far. Gabriel Still, 5-year veteran of karting. His dad and 2 brothers have also raced over the years. One of his relatives is Jordan Still, who raced Mazda MX-5s very successfully, if memory serves me rightly. There's Noah Lyle. He's down in 10th place this time, the winner of race 2 with that quite stunning move earlier on. Somebody with a big lock up there into Village Corner. Who was that? I think that was, yes, 23 of Gustav Jonsson. He's lost down the results of that to Deegan Fairclough, so a mistake there from Jonsson on the run into the right-hander at Village. Going to try and slipstream it back again. There he is in behind Deegan Fairclough. His route to cover, you can see there to the inside, going into Brooklands. He's got Jonsson on his tail, and now right up behind them will be Louis Sharp in number 11, the New Zealander. Here's a replay. A bit of action further back. Oh, that's one of the Chris Dittman racing cars bouncing over the curve. That's Daniel Ginchard. He's running down in 16th place. Did a bit of a wheelie there over one of the curbs. It's over 5 minutes remaining then, and James Pishick has led all the way so far. He leads from McIntyre. The gap has come down. New fastest lap for Will McIntyre, 2:02.698. Taken some 0.3 of a second now to our race leader. There's Gustav Jonsson. May have lost a place there to Deegan Fairclough, but he's still second in the Rookies Cup. To the Hanger Straight they go. There's Kanato Lay. Has he got ahead of Dion Gowda? Yes, he has. At long last, he's been trying to do that all race long, so it is now high-tech cars 1, 2, 3 and 4. I don't think we've ever seen that before in the ROKiT British F4 Championship. Will the team take the clean sweep of the first 4 places? Are we watching the midfield battle there between Jonsson, Sharp and Fairclough? The change was made for 4th place. Dion Gowda now will try to fight back. Has he got back ahead there? In fact, no, he hasn't. That's Deegan Fairclough behind him. Lyle through ahead of Josh Irfan in the number 12. Keel Alibi is next. 4 minutes to go. Great weekend it has been on the away day for these drivers. So you normally see them appearing on the British Touring Car package. A bit of a lock-up there from Josh Irfan into the loop. Really pushing their tyres to the limit here more than anything, these Pirelli tyres. Leaders are becoming due to complete their 8th lap this time. Noah Lyle holding on ahead of Josh Irfan in the battle for 10th position overall. Just behind them the 2 South Africans, Alibay and Abrahams. Patrick Huizenroder is next, and then Jack Sherwood. There go your leaders. McIntyre, has he closed the gap this time? Yes, by only by around another 1/10 of a second. It's 0.6 of a second in now between Pishick and McIntyre. Pishick down in around 10th in the championship. McIntyre is second, so McIntyre, to boost his chances of taking the championship lead over the course of this weekend, really needs to get ahead of his teammates here. Down the Hanger Straight they go. Let's have a look to see if the championship standings have been updated online. They have indeed. It is McIntyre who's got the lead of the points into this round by 11 points ahead of Louis Sharp and Dion Gowda. So McIntyre could do with getting ahead of James Pishick here to extend his championship lead. James Pishick up to 7th over the course of this weekend so far then, looking to improve his results. We're in the closing stages now. It'll be last lap at this time. There go your leaders. Gabriel Still now rather on his own in that 3rd place, and still Kanato Lee in 4th position. Still the number 4 of Pishick that leads the number 5 of McIntyre. They're P1 and P2 in this race, the 4 and the 5. Going round to start their final lap of Silverstone Grand Prix circuit this time. What a great occasion for these young racers. They can say they have raced on the full circuit here at the home of British motorsports. Maybe in a few years' time, you never know, we might see them on this circuit in Formula 1 cars. Out of left field come the leads. Lee still there in 4th place, turning around what's been a slightly disappointing weekend for him. 3/4 of a second in it, new fastest lap for Piszczek. He's responding to the pressure, 2:02.613. McIntyre does a 2:02.7 that time through. Average speed of 108 miles an hour around the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. Even with all the revisions over the years, it's still one of the quickest circuits visited by Formula 1. Silverstone and Monza, the traditional cathedrals of speed in Formula 1. Of course, it was here at Silverstone that back in the 80s, Keke Rosberg in the Williams set what many people consider to be the ultimate lap of 160.9 miles an hour average at the height of the turbo era. Some referred to it as the lap of the gods. Of course, broken since, and it was Juan Pablo Montoya who was the first man to go quicker around Monza. These drivers, maybe that's something for them to inspire to. Piszczek and McIntyre out front. Is it going to be a 1-2-3-4 for the high-tech Pulsate team on their home circuit? It certainly looks like it. The 4 silver machines out in front. Is it going to be a clean sweep for silver at Silverstone? Piszczek, McIntyre, still, and Caterham lay further back. Through to Village for the last time. Is Will McIntyre going to make a cheeky move at Brooklands on the last lap to pinch the win from his teammate James Piszczek? I don't think he's quite going to be close enough. He doesn't want to risk anything too much and spoil a perfect result for the team, I don't think. Here they come. Down to Brooklands for the final time. We've already seen one win for Australia this weekend for Noah Lyle earlier on today. It's going to be 2 wins today at Silverstone for the Australian brigade. James Piszczek from pole position leads from start to finish in the 3rd race of the weekend for the ROKiT F4 British Championship. Across the line ahead of Will McIntyre in 2nd place. Gabriel Stilton 3rd and wins the Rookies Cup, and Caterham Lee makes it a clean sweep. 1, 2, 3, 4 for high-tech Pulsates. The silver machines take the top 4 at Silverstone. Was there a change there across the line for 5th place as well? Yes, Deegan Fairclough pinches 5th on the line from Dion Gouda. Gustav Jonsson is 7th. Then Higgins, Sharp and Lyle complete the top 10. So Will McIntyre will almost certainly be leading the championship at the end of this weekend here at the Silverstone circuits. Everybody will make it home by the look of it, with the exception of Sonny Smith with that suspension damage. Isaac Barashi comes home as the final finisher. A weekend to forget for him, sadly. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from that final bout of the weekend for our single-seater racers. Just about got it away off the line. I think it was Daniel Ginchard who was fairly slow away. No problems at all for James Piszczek out in front. So one of the midfield runners there, the Argenti cars running wide onto the grass. A 3 wide moment, that was certainly dicey into Brooklands, with Louis Sharp charging his way up the inside. And he might make the place stick though with Deegan Fairclough up alongside him in the 87. It's contact towards the back of the field. Sonny Smith tried an over-optimistic lunge at Isaac Barashi. Barashi spun but kept going while Smith was out with suspension damage. And it was a high-tech Pulsate 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the Rookie Cup win to boot for Gabriel Stilp. I'll just very quickly bring you the results of this one, with James Piszczek taking the win by just under a second ahead of Will McIntyre, Stilp in 3rd place and Caterham Lee in 4th. A perfect score for high-tech Pulsate. Deegan Fairclough in 5th ahead of Dion Gouda, took the place on the final corner. Gustav Jonsson in 7th, then James Higgins, Louis Sharp and Noah Lyle completing the top 10. Josh Erfan 3rd of the rookies in 11th, then Akil Alibai, Mika Abrahams, Patrick Huizenrode, then Ginchard, Sherwood, Pariat, Daryanani, Dudeka and Barashi completing the finishers. We'll head down to Sam shortly in Park Fermé.
I think British started to split over second place, just ahead of Gabriel Still. We made it to the podium for the first time, as we said, so there's going to be another happy driver down there, just like we had yesterday with John Durfan. I'm sure Gabriel Still will be very happy as well down there with Alan Hyde.
Thanks very much indeed, Matt. Yeah, you can hear the applause in the background because ROKiT British really rather happy with this lockout. As 1, 2, 3, 4, as Jimmy Busy stands on the deck of the car.
Oh, what another great race. Look at this, look at what it means as well. It's a high-tech 1, 2, 3, 4. Absolutely incredible. Jimmy Busy getting the win. Being congratulated by Will McIntyre. Look at what it means to everybody. You should have seen them all on the pit wall as well, jumping around. They are absolutely delighted. Look at what it means to them. Oh my word, what a race. What an afternoon it's been for high-tech. Congratulations to all of them. Gabriel Still as well. And we believe it's his first podium too, and taking the rookie win as well. We are going to hear from the drivers very shortly. Let's just let them savour the moment for a minute and look at what it means. Oh my word, it is hugs all around. Let's see if we can quickly grab Jimmy for a very quick. Jimmy, I know you've got to go through all the hugs and everything. Here he is, just before you disappear. Sorry, Jim, I know you're so happy. What a result for the team, that as well.
Oh, absolutely outrageous. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the team. What could you ask for more? Such a great race, so chill, just lights to flag. Oh man.
Well, we spoke before the race, didn't we? And we said, I said, are you going to get the job done? He said, oh, I hope so. No hope needed, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good race. I got the jump on the start. I'm like, I just got to conserve my pace, keep it nice and calm throughout the whole race. It was very good.
Well done, mate. Go celebrate. I guess there's going to be a party in the high-tech garage a little bit later. Let's just grab Gabriel here as well. What a result that was. Taking a rookie, I believe, is that your first podium? Is that right?
Yeah, we could have got a podium at Thruxton, but we threw it away at the end. So we were just at the end of the race, just trying to keep it calm so I could finally get on the podium.
Got to be delighted with that, and great effort by the entire team as well.
Yeah, we worked so hard to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's finally paid off.
There you go, well done, mate. Congratulations, rookie winner there as well. Just going to see if I can find Will McIntyre as well. A pair of seconds this weekend for him. Solid point scoring. He's just chatting to Alan Hyde. We will have a word of him very shortly. But incredible consistency in the point scoring for Will McIntyre. That's going to do his title chances the world of good as well. Will, just quickly jump in there. Sorry, this is what happens if you're going to finish on the podium all the time. But a pair of seconds, the scoring's been good this weekend.
Yeah, I think also a great reverse grid earlier from 19th to 5th. It's been a really good weekend. I think we were lacking a bit of pace, I think, earlier, but we sorted it all out, and that one we were really, really good.
Big emotions for the team and all of you there hugging it out. What a result for everyone here.
Yeah, I think obviously Gabriel's first podium, Jimmy's second win, and yeah, I think I've extended my lead in the championship by quite some distance. So yeah, we're overall really, really happy. Yeah.
Congratulations, Will. Well done, mate. Right, I'm going to hand back to Dave because we've still got more action coming up. One more Caterham race, and then of course we've got the ROKiT Car Trophy Championship 2 round direct. That's a little bit later. Dave, back to you.
Okay, thanks very much, Ian, down there, as we get ready for our final Caterham race of the weekend. It's the Mottall Caterham 7 310R Championship, the grid based on the results of the race we saw before the lunch break. And a cracking race it was as well, with Harry Cook timing his move just right to take the victory on the final lap. That means the number 9 will start on pole for this final Caterham race of the weekend. Dominic Mansberger, number 25, will be alongside him. David Yates, number 15, and 11, Taylor O'Flanagan will be on row 2. Then row 3, Lars Hoffman, number 70, and 92, Phil Bianchi. 4th row, number 22, Hugo Bush, and 81, Tom Willis. Then on the 5th row, 35, Jack Sales, and 43, Alan Curtis. 6th row, number 21, Harry Landy starts alongside number 19, Graham Donald. On the 7th row, we'll have Ben Lopez Appleton, number 5, had to make a few repairs after the first race, after some contact. First race today, I should say. And number 38, Jeff Price, will be alongside him. Row 8, number 71, Alan Cooper, and 8, Darryl Cresswell. The 9th row, number 50, Wes Payne, and 55, Harry Eyre. Row 10 at 98, James Hall, alongside 16, Steve Metcalf. The 11th row, 77, Kevin Cooper, and number 12, Ron Mounsey. Michael Curley lines up on row 12 and number 99, alongside 68 of Chris Welch. Row 13 will be number 27, Johnny Jarrett, and 53, Tim Steele. Then number 85, Robert Bullen. not to be confused with Bob Bullen, the historic saloon car racer, lines up alongside number 64 of Paul Herndon on row 14. Row 15, Andrew Murgatroyd, number 84, he dropped out on the last lap of race 1. Race 2, I should say, race 1 today, sorry. Number 10, Chris Fraser will be alongside him, and 28, Ryan Lovett, who picked up some damage in that early tangle in race 2, will be at the back of the grid.
Yep, final Caterham action of today, but the 310s, what a way to end this. Fastest Caterhams we got here, absolutely race focused. They get to strap on the Avon ZZR tyre over and above the 270s, which we've already seen. They also get a bit more horsepower under their right foot and a limited slip differential at the rear of their car. We saw them making full use of that earlier, and what a race it was. So let's look forward to more of the same. 20 minutes of action here from the Caterham 7 310R Championship.
They head off on their green flag lap then. This is going to be an absolute belter around the Silverstone Grand Prix circuits. I've got no idea what's going to happen here.
Watch out for Harry Landy. He obviously had to start from the rear of the field last time out, and this he's made his way all the way up to 11th place on the grid, and so he's made his way halfway up the field from the last race. Can he go and complete that process and get himself right to the top of this? But Harry Cook was the man who said he wanted 3 wins from this weekend. Well, he's got 1 win so far, with a little bit of a kind of a mug job at the end there, where he took the last possession. It was the only time he led across the line was that final lap across. Dan Mansberg having another great weekend off the back of Zandvoort, where he had 3 wins. He's had another win this weekend, and he's had a 2nd place as well. David Yates, happy as anything to be on that podium, but we'd love to see him have his first ever Caterham 310R win here on the grid this weekend, as they head down then the Hanger Straight. The sort of the moment where this is the place where the key overtaking spot. They've got a headwind today. It means that they're having to fight the wind, push the wind across their cars, and the tow is so strong that we're seeing 4 or 5 places being made up down all the straights as they go through. There's Johnny Jarrett in the Oakmere car as he makes his way round. Tim Steele behind him lost one of his yellow wing guards, and therefore he's now there. Murgatroyd as well back in the race. He did drop out late on, didn't he? Chris Fraser also further down the field than he would want to be at the back there.
Couldn't see Ryan Lovett at the back there, unfortunately, so maybe his damage was terminal.
I saw he had quite severe rear suspension damage, and there was only a certain amount of minutes between this race and the last one, so I'm guessing they haven't quite managed to get that one fixed up. So we'll see Ryan Lovett back out with us at Thruxton. That's the next time these cars will be with us, on 29th, 30th of July, so looking forward to that.
BRC TV will be at Thruxton before then. In a couple of weeks' time they'll be there with the British Truck Racing Championship, Convoy on the Plane as it's known, with full support for the British Truck Racing Championship on that occasion. We'll have a quick preview of that event while we get a chance here, because alongside the big rigs at that event, we see the Caterham graduates are out there, so we've still got some Caterham action. The pickup trucks there, of course, the MG Owners Club, Hyundai Coupe Cup, the Mini Challenge Club Sport Championship, and the Kumho BMWs as well. That's all coming up at Thruxton in a couple of weekends' time.
And while they complete their green flag lap, also worth me saying that Caterham are going to be in presence at the Festival of Speed on the 13th to the 16th of July. They've got 2 exciting car projects. Project V will be unveiled fully at the Festival of Speed alongside their EV7 car, which they're going to go up the hill with their electric drivetrain for the first time. So really exciting times for Caterham, and we'd love to see you at the Festival of Speed on the 13th to the 16th of July.
Yeah, confirmation that Ryan Lovett is not there at the back of the grid, the man from Birmingham, so his damage not able to be repaired in time. He'll now look forward to Thruxton. Onto the grid they come then for this 20-minute race for the Mottl Motor Oil's Caterham 7 310R Championship. Harry Cook in pole position, the black car with the white wheels, the black and green car of Dominic Mansberger, the man from Hockenheim, home of the German Grand Prix for so many years, will start alongside him. David Yates in the blue and white car on row 2 alongside the yellow car of Taylor Flanagan, number 11. Row 3 is the red and white Mottl liveried car of Lars Hoffman. He starts alongside Phil Bianchi. He's in white with some red and black trim. Row 4 is Hugo Bush in grey and Dayglow red. Tom Willis in silver will start alongside him, the number 81. Jack Sales worth watching for, and late mistake dropping him back out of the podium places in the earlier race. It's the white and green car. Alan Curtis in his silver, number 43, completes the top 10.
Yep, Jack Sales dominated that middle phase of the race, but he just wasn't there at the end. He had a contact with Ben Lopez after the scary looking thing. As we're looking at, it looks like most of the cars are now. Also, we're looking for the right of your screen, the marshal with the green flag again. Once again, thank you so much to the marshals out there today in this sweltering heat. But let's wait for this. The green flag is then presented to this 310R field.
Here we go then, final Caterham race of the weekend, the Motul Caterham 7 310R Championship about to get underway here at Silverstone. We had 2 belting races earlier on in the weekend. Let's see what they can do this time. Here we go, down towards the first corner at Kops. Mansberger gets away well from the inside, side by side. Mansberger's got the lead into Kops corner for the first time. Watch for Ben Lopez Appleton, the number 5 car, coming through from 13th on the grid. They're all round Kops. Okay, Lars Hoffmann trying to move to the outside. Mansberger is side by side with Harry Cook, our early winner, the number 9. Taylor O'Flanagan having a look up the inside in the yellow car there, side by side for third position. It's Mansberger who's just about got the lead ahead of Harry Cook. David Yates has come through into third place ahead of Taylor O'Flanagan. Hoffman's got away well. He's up into 5th position. Looks like Alan Cooper next in the order, possibly. If so, he's made a flying start from further back. We'll pick that up in just a moment as David Yates moves out wide. They're going to try and go 3 wide for the lead. They dodge about in the middle of the circuit, 4 wide for the lead, and Hoffmann has gone round the outside of everybody. That's Jack Sales' patented move he's copied there.
Absolutely, yeah, right to the outside, got the momentum and managed to hold on as they head down into Vale this time. So pretty calm start for everybody. There's a lot of cars to fit in a relatively small piece of tarmac as they head into these dodging at the end of the Vale. A little bit of a lock up from O'Flanagan then. I think he's managed to keep it all pointing in a straight line though. It is Hoffmann out front. Cook maintains that near the front of the field, and then David Yates also in this early part of the managing to stick in that podium position.
So Lars Hoffmann leads the way then ahead of Dominic Mansberger. It's a German 1-2 at the moment, I think, or is it? We'll see as they come. No, it's Harry Cook there in second place. I apologise. And Mansberger's dropped back to 4th behind David Yates. It's O'Flanagan in 5th position and Hugo Busch in 6th place as they head towards the right-hander at Village for the first time. Busch has a look up the inside, tries to attack Taylor O'Flanagan for 5th place. Lars Hoffmann has had, and there's a spin there further back. We'll pick up who that is in a moment. A green car, I think it might have been Harry Landy, the 21.
It's a black nose though, and Harry Landy maybe has got a black nose after his incident in the first race. So yeah, it could well have been a Harry Landy, as we see James Hall there around the outside, just as they headed round Atri and onto this. Hoffmann finally with Cook there, and the 3 wide into Brooklands, but it's going to be David Yates and Taylor Flanagan losing out a position there as they head round. You can see how little grip they have as they're trying to get that car stopped, turned and arrested before they get to this Luffield complex to start the next lap.
Due to complete the first lap of the race then for the Motul 310R Caterham 7 Championship. It's going to be Lars Hoffmann who leads over the line ahead of Cook, Mansberger, O'Flanagan, Busch and Yates. That's your top 6. 7th is Phil Bianchi in the number 92 car. Jack Sales is in 8th position. Big winner around the first lap was Alan Cooper. He's made up 3 positions, as has the number 98 further back of James Hall, while Alan Curtis has lost a few places down in the midfield. Here's a replay of that spin.
So let's look into see whether we can see who that is. Can't catch the number quite there. I think Harry Landy is safe there. Harry Landy came over the line in 10th place, so I don't think that was him in that green car. So we'll keep an eye out to see that number. But yeah, that was unfortunate for that car. Middle pack, it's easy to do, but 3 wide, 4 wide potentially as they come down. Taylor Flanagan's in there as well as they come across. It is for David Yates to the outside line. Has he got that momentum? He's able to swing across at least 2 of them. He's going to be going into second place from about 6th place as he entered that hangar straight. It really is this. We've got a really gusty wind now here. There's you can see the trees and the blinds in this commentary office really flapping around, so that will affect their line and will buffet these cars. They're only weigh about the same as a Mini, so half a ton. So they do get affected by the wind quite strongly.
It was Graham McDonald, the car that spun up the loop. In fact, I just checked on the timing screen. He came through at the tail of the field on that last lap. As here come the leaders down the Hamilton Straight, trying to make a move this time for the lead. Here's the blue car of David Yates on the inside of Dominic Mansberger. They're side by side. Taylor O'Flanagan tucked in behind them. Lars Hoffmann down to 4th position in the number 70. They go towards Village Corner, going to be 3 wide. That doesn't normally work in the Village. Mansberger's got the lead back again. O'Flanagan round the outside in the second place. He made that work for himself very nicely. And Hoffman's going to go through. Yates is going to be shuffled back into 4th place. And Harry Cook's coming through on the inside as well in the number 9. Hugo Bush is in behind them. David Yates, the big loser through there.
Yeah, he picked the wrong lane, didn't he, to follow, and got caught up and then wasn't able to get it. He sort of got pushed out of the line and therefore got swallowed up by the rest of the pack. So he manages to stop the problem in 4th place, which is still not the end of the world. Certainly with lots of time left to go, there's going to be plenty of manoeuvres and movement happening, but Jack Sales is making that step forward that he needs to, looking to the outside as well as they go round Luffield. That's Hugo Bush. He's sort of following through the field. Bush is making good forward progress. We've seen that several times from Hugo, haven't we, where he's dropped back but has managed to make his way back through, so maybe not a bad rear to follow around this track.
Over the line they come. It's Mansberger who's got the lead at the line ahead of O'Flanagan and Hoffman, trying to make a move to the inside. That's Harry Cook alongside number 15 of David Yates. They almost bang wheels. Hugo Bush is in behind them. We've got Jack Sales was next in the order. Yes, he's still there ahead of Bianchi, Landy and Alan Cooper. That's your top 10. But further down the order, Wes Payne has the fastest lap. He's down in 13th place. He got the toe correct on that lap. That means the pearlescent liveried number 50 car. So the leaders head through Beckett's and change for the lead through the Beckett's complex. Taylor O'Flanagan leads for the first time this weekend in the number 11 car, the man from Stevenage in Hertfordshire, a former Caterham Academy champion. And somebody up on the curves, that's Graham McDonald. Well, I was going to say he was recovering well, but not now, and everybody will have to go over the tarmac runoff area to miss him. Thankfully Graham was towards the back, so not many cars to dodge there. It's 3 wide into Stowe Corner, and Hugo Bush, where's he come from through to take the lead? We're saying that's every lap. Somebody manages to get the slingshot down the outside and snatches the lead, going from about 6th to 1st.
I said he's done that several times already, hasn't he? He's made his way forward, and that's definitely it. So just a reminder that Alan Curtis got the new lap record because of the new ZZR tyres, but he got that on the first race this weekend, and they are nowhere near meeting that again. 27th, they're still a couple of seconds off. Thank you to our marshals rescuing some bodywork. You don't want that stuck under your wheels as a driver, therefore it's really important to do that. But Hugo Bush making those from 5th, I think, in that over the line to make it now to the lead. He was that car to follow, but David Yates is nowhere to be seen now.
Hugo Bush certainly ambushed the rest of the field there, going into Stowe Corner around the outside. Lars Hoffman is up to 2nd. O'Flanagan has gone down to 3rd. But there's place swapping everywhere you look. There's Harry Eyre in the British Racing Green liveried number 55. That's the classic 1960s Team Lotus colours. Here's a replay of that incident up at Beckett's. Contact there with Graham McDonald bouncing off the side of, I think that was Robert Bullen in the 85 car, and the back marker's just missing Graham, the former Caterham Cars CEO. He's not going again at the back of the field, got it all to do again. Lars Hoffman, meanwhile, takes the lead down into Brooklands, almost being pushed there by Taylor O'Flanagan. Still got 13 minutes of this race to go. Bush alongside O'Flanagan as they run their way into Luffield. Hugo Bush will have the inside line. Jack Sales has come through into 4th place meanwhile, so it's going to be all change in the order once again. Jack Sales was in 7th place when they completed the previous lap.
Mansberger was absolutely sideways through the entirety of Brooklands. He held on to it well, and that's why Jack Sales was able to move up another place, just tucked on the inside, up into that 4th place. Remember, he had a dominant middle phase of this race this morning, but it looks like he's got it all to do again, so he's in that 4th place now. Can he make it to the lead, and can he hold it there, more importantly, to the end, as we head down through Copse and into the Beckett's complex again. But it's Hugo Bush who heads, Lars Hoffman, Taylor O'Flanagan, then it's that Jack Sales car, and he is ahead of Don Mansberger, who's sort of fallen back in this phase of the race, and it's Cook, our pole sitter, sort of sitting behind him. It's that Cooper on his tail. You can see them all just, if they clip those red sausage curbs, it really does unsettle these Caterham cars as goes through. We saw what happened to Graham McDonald on that previous lap, and they're all flirting with the edge of them as they jink out from outside of Hugo Bush's toe, and it might be Jack Sales with that patented move around the outside this time.
Jack Sales and Lars Hoffman both snapped their cars across so suddenly there, they nearly spun them as Jack Sales goes round the outside. You'd love to be a passenger in one of these cars, wouldn't you? It'd be better than any roller coaster the way they're throwing these cars around. Up towards the Vale they go. Taylor O'Flanagan's there on the inside. It's going to be, I think, Jack Sales that comes out with the lead. Yes, he's got that patented outside manoeuvre at Stowe Corner done again. Hoffman 2nd, O'Flanagan is 3rd. It looks like it's Mansberger in 4th position as they head towards us down towards Abbey. Is there going to be any move made here. One car jinks out a little bit further back in the order. It is Sales, Hoffman, O'Flanagan still the order, then Mansberger and Bush in 5th position.
Sales starting in 9th, so you know, when we say that anyone in this sort of top 15 can win, we absolutely mean it, and they do keep shuffling themselves backwards and forwards. Hoffman with a little bit of a flapping front arch there.